The most influential accounts on the internet have no face, no name, no identity. And that is not a coincidence, because while everyone else is busy showing their face, building their personal brand, chasing followers, these people are quietly building something far more powerful, and nobody even knows who they are. And in this video, we are going to break down exactly what is going on inside the mind of these people. 4 psychological traits that explain why they chose to disappear from the spotlight, and why that decision is making them more powerful than anyone who didn't. But before we get into it, if you think differently than most people, if you question things others just accept, hit subscribe, because that is exactly who this channel is built for. Now, let's get into it. Number 1. The power of anonymity. There is an account you have probably scrolled past, thousands of followers, compelling content, real influence, and absolutely no face attached to any of it. No profile photo, no name, nothing. And without even realizing it, your brain filed that person under one category: suspicious. But here is what the psychology of identity actually tells us. The moment a person removes their face from their work, something profound happens. The content is no longer filtered through appearance. It is no longer shaped by first impressions, by age, by race, by attractiveness. Every cognitive shortcut your brain normally uses to evaluate a person gets completely disabled. What remains is pure thought, raw idea, unfiltered perspective, and that is not an accident. That is a choice. Because here is the uncomfortable truth about the way we consume content. Before you have processed a single word someone has said, your brain has already formed an opinion about whether that person is worth listening to, based entirely on what they look like. Faceless users have opted out of that game completely. They are not hiding from you. They are removing the noise so you have no choice but to hear them clearly. Their face was never the point. Their ideas always were. In a world that is obsessed with being seen, they have quietly figured out that the most powerful thing you can do is make people focus on your mind instead of your face. Number 2. The validation detox. Most people on social media are running an experiment they don't even know they signed up for. Post something, wait, count the reactions, and let that number quietly decide how they feel about themselves that day. Faceless users deleted that experiment entirely, and here is what makes them psychologically different. They didn't just remove their face. They removed the most addictive variable in the entire social media system: appearance-based judgment. Nobody is commenting on their looks. Nobody is rating their attractiveness. Nobody is forming opinions about their weight, their skin, their age. What gets judged is only what they put out, the idea, the value, the message. And while everyone else is refreshing their notifications, waiting for strangers to tell them they matter, faceless users are already on to their next move. Unbothered, unshaken, completely untouchable, because you cannot hurt someone's ego over something they never showed you. And that is the most silent, most underestimated power move happening on social media right now. Number 3. The control paradox. Here is something nobody talks about. The people with their face plastered all over social media think they are in control of their image, but they are not. The moment you post your face, you hand that control over to every single person who sees it. Their opinions, their assumptions, their projections, all of it lands on you whether you invited it or not. Faceless users understood something deeply unsettling about human psychology before most people even noticed it. We do not see people as they are. We see them as we are. The moment a face appears, the mind starts filling in stories. He looks arrogant. She seems fake. They are probably not that smart. None of it is real. All of it sticks. Dark psychology calls this the projection trap, and billions of people walk straight into it every single day just by showing their face online. Faceless users never stepped into that trap. Nobody can project onto a shadow. Nobody can diminish an idea by attacking the face behind it, and that is where it gets truly dangerous for everyone around them, because an enemy you cannot see, cannot profile, cannot judge, is the most difficult kind to compete with. They are not just protecting themselves. They are operating from a position most people will never even realize exists. Number 4. Beyond the audience. Think about every creator you follow. Almost all of them are chasing the same thing: more views, more followers, more proof that what they are doing actually matters to someone. Now think about the faceless ones. They are not chasing anything. Somewhere along the way, they made a decision most people are too afraid to even consider. They decided their worth was never up for a public vote. Most creators wake up, and the first thing they reach for is their phone, letting overnight numbers set the tone for their entire day. Their confidence, their motivation, their sense of purpose, all of it quietly tied to an audience that could disappear tomorrow. Faceless users severed that cord completely. They create because something inside them demands it, not because the comments are applauding, not because the algorithm was kind this week. The audience is almost secondary, a byproduct of the work rather than the reason for it. And that is the quiet truth this whole conversation has been building toward. In a world where everyone is performing their life for an audience, the most psychologically powerful thing a person can do is create without needing one. The faceless ones already know this. The rest of us are still figuring it out. Closing, faceless, anonymous, undetectable. They are not broken. They are not hiding. They are simply operating on a frequency most people have not tuned into yet. And if this made you think differently about the accounts you scroll past without a second thought, good. That was the point, because the most dangerous minds online are not the ones with the biggest followings or the most polished profiles. They are the ones you cannot even put a face to. If this video hit different for you, you already know what to do. Like, comment, and subscribe, because this channel exists for the people who think deeper than the surface. And if you want to go even further down this rabbit hole, we did a video on the psychology of people with extremely high IQ. The traits they carry, the way they think, the things most people completely misread about them. And trust me, a lot of what we just talked about today will start making even more sense once you watch that one. The link is right there. Don't scroll past it.